welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been a week since I filmed, I think. It might have been longer, I apologize. But so last week, or if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that I started I signed up for this app called Hush, which is basically affordable makeup. Most of them are dupes. And I say that like this because they're not exact, but they're very, very similar and color-wise as far as what they offer. But that app also actually has name brands like Neutrogena and like Wet n Wild and Elf and Elf Cosmetics and things like that. So they do have actual name brands. But a lot of the good things about this app is what people love is that they have dupes. For higher end beauty. So beauty products that are marked $65, $70, $50, $40 are on their website for a very similar price from a different brand, and they're only $10, $12, $20. You know, the most you'll pay is $25 to $30, but with that $25 or $30, you're usually getting like a bundle, so it's usually like 1 or 2 palettes, sometimes even 4. So I ordered it last week. I did have an issue. Their emailing system went down and I didn't get an email confirmation as far as where my package was. But the good thing with that app is that although they may have some issues, all you have to do is just email them on their Facebook. Because for some reason, when you contact them through email through their app, they don't respond as quickly as they respond as Facebook. So I sent them a message on Facebook regarding the fact that I haven't gotten a confirmation email. It says my package went from being shipped to now just being confirmed, and I didn't know where my package was. Then they sent me the link and they said that it was attempted, but nobody was home, which was a lie because my husband was home. But now it's all settled. This morning I went to my gym. And right after, I walked straight to the post office so I can pick up my package. So this is the package it comes in, a nice pretty pink package. I have yet to open it. I know what I ordered, but I'm excited because this specific palette bundle has gotten so many great reviews for many people, and I had to have it. So, you know, I was like, I gotta get this. And for a long time, it was actually out of stock. Like, when I went to go get, first apply for the app, it was sold out for almost a month and some change before it went up on their site. So this palette bundle that I'm about to show you, and I will swatch each palette for you that I purchased. This bundle is a dupe for the Huda Beauty miniature palettes. So, like, her Obsession palettes. Those 3 palettes, and Hush actually has an added one, which is a 4th. Those palettes have a dupe with this company, and the company that created this palette is called Bad Habit. So it's the Bad Habit After Palette Collection bundle, and it comes with 4 palettes for $30. That's what they have now, or you could get each one for $10. So, you know, you'd be paying $40 instead of $30 if you got them separately. First of all, I will tell you that this package actually came pretty heavy. It seemed, let me see if it has the actual weight on here. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't see the weight on here, but I will tell you that it was heavier than expected. So with Hush, the good thing is that they always package very nicely. I always get my things. This is only my second order, by the way, but my first order is just like this one, packaged in bubble wrap very nicely, and even more bubble on the inside of the box. So I love that about it. So we're going to be taking these out of the bubble wrap so you can see the color better. And I'm just going to show you. I don't have makeup on right now because I am going to experiment with these palettes right after. I'm going to do whatever color combination. And if you guys follow me on Instagram before I get any further. On Instagram, my name is Sprinkled Kisses. So it's sprinkled and then _kisses. That is my new name, my new logo for my makeup business. So I'm also a pastry chef, so I just wanted something that was fun and kind of reminded me of cakes and sprinkles and glam all in one. So I came up with Sprinkle Kisses. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. On my Instagram is where I'll be posting a picture of, you know, selfies of my look that I will be creating after this video. And if the look gets enough likes and comments, I will do a tutorial. So keep that in mind. Now with Bad Habit, they are, okay, so these I will say really quickly. So these two look almost identical in packaging, but one says After Dark and one says After Hours. I guess we'll see what the difference is when we open them. They're cruelty-free Bad Habit, and if you go on their website, they strictly tell you that they're only sold on Hush app, and I think one other place, I'm not too sure. This is the After Party and the Aftershock. Excuse my hair if you see it everywhere. I am shedding like a dog, as always. So I'm just going to go with the After Dark first, and we're just going to open this up. So the thing with dupes, what I say and what I've had multiple conversations with on the Hush app itself with other beauty influencers and gurus, you know, I asked them a question. I asked, you know, is it wrong to use dupes, you know, on clients, on, you know, customers, your makeup clients and stuff like that? And a lot of them said no, you know, it's not wrong. If that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford. And I agree. I think that, you know, a lot of people mistake dupes for stealing someone else's idea, but sometimes those ideas that people sell out to the market aren't affordable to everybody, which they're not affordable to me right now. So we go to the next best thing, which are the dupes, you know, what we can get our hands on for a cheaper price. So here is the After Dark palette. So I already love this color scheme right now. I love neutrals, I love warms. So the palette comes with, I can't count, 9 shades. So 3, 6, 9, right? This one has Merlot, Cheeky, Crush on Me, Swipe Right, 24 Karat, Slip Dress, Rosy Glow, Skin to Skin, and Arousal. So these are really good. So I'm going to swatch these out. I gotta get my Wet n Wild makeup wipes over here, which is also cruelty free. I was going to get the e.l.f. ones. I love the e.l.f. ones, but at the same time, this one actually came with 5 extra towelettes in comparison to the e.l.f. for a little bit cheaper. So I went with these. But makeup wipes are makeup wipes. They're just like baby wipes in my opinion. So I'm just going to swatch this one, and I'm going to start with Merlot and so forth. So first of all, it's very pigmented. But I do see that it's like clumpy. Okay. So it's pigmented, it just needed to be blended out. I think I have extremely dry skin right now, so, you know, that is a thing too. So that was Merlot. This is Cheeky. Okay. This one's Crush on Me. Alright. This one's Swipe Right. Which that one looks like it is pigmented, but it kind of matches exactly with my skin tone. This one's 24 Karat. As you can see, this one's the shimmer. It's very bronze, definitely very pigmented. Now, the one thing with these dupes from Hush, you have to be aware that there are a lot of fallout on a lot of them. It's not the same creamy formula. Like right now, I would say the two, like all the mattes are very like dry from this palette, and they're not. This one's Rosy on Me. The other one was Slip Dress, sorry. So this one's Slip Dress. This one's Rosy Glow. So I mean, they're there, the pigment's there, but there's definitely a lot of fallout. It's not, this is Skin to Skin, and the last one from this palette is Arousal. So they're your shades. They are pigmented, definitely buildable, but obviously with these palettes, so far I am noticing with this one specifically, the 24 karat one went on very buttery smooth. The other ones, the mattes, not so much. Now, the 24 karat was the only shimmer in that palette. So that's that. So now I'm going to wipe those off. So that way we got a clear palette here for the next one. But I don't know if it's because I have dry skin that it did that. But the others weren't as... the mattes weren't as buttery as I was hoping that they were. So the After Dark, I'm so on right now. Still a great color palette, and I'm sure that the colors are buildable. Majority of times, most shadows can be. When they have a lot of fallout, you can build them up. But obviously, when you have eyeshadows that have a lot of fallout, you want to make sure that you tap that brush a lot. So that way all the fallout comes out first, and whatever's left on the brush is the pigment, and then you can blend that. So the next one I'm going to show is the After Hours, which looks very similar to After Dark. So we're going to see what the difference is as we open this. Oh, okay. This one's like a Valentine-y kind of palette here. So After Hours is like pinkish and nude, still nudes, but they're pink. So even though the outside of the palette is very similar to After Dark, the insides are completely different. So you can see here, these are like warm tones. Here, these are nudes, but they're pink tones, more rosy. I would say that Hickey and Merlot, which are the burgundy ones in these palettes, look very similar. So this has the names, and I'm going to name them as I go. So this one's Powder Room. So this one went on way more buttery than the last palette. This one's called Hickey, which if you have a hickey, that color, you should probably go to the doctor. This one's called Clutch. This is a shimmer. Alright. This one's called Gossip. This is also a shimmer. Then we have Lustful, which is like a brown. This one's called Flushed, which is rosy kind of color. Then we have Wine Stain, which is another brown. It's a lot darker than the other one. Then we have Eye Contact, which is another shimmer, another rosy kind of shimmer. And then we have, the last one is Cabernet, which is like the wine. So this one's really pigmented, very red. So I like these colors a lot too. I truly love pinks. This one had more of a buttery feel. For some odd reason, this had a better feel to them than the After Dark, which is odd because it's the same brand, same company, just a different bundle palette. So those are those. So I'm going to wipe this down again. My arm is going to look crazy by the time I'm done with all of these. Because it always does. Whenever I do a swatch review, my arm looks like straight up like I have color everywhere, just like stained like hell. So, but the good thing with these Wet n Wild makeup wipes, it's all removed. So, next one I'm going to do is the After Party, which is this palette here. If I can get it out, that'd be nice, right? Sorry if you hear the door. My landlord just came back from his country. Okay, so we finally got it out. So this is the after party. Ooh, I like these two. These have more shimmer in them. So this is the after party palette, which I'm loving right now. I'm loving the color scheme of each palette. I really am. And I know that these are dupes for the Huda Beauty, so I know that if I were to have purchased the Huda Beauty, I know I would have loved it, just for the simple fact that the color schemes are right on point of what I like for myself. So I'm going to show you the after party one. So this is definitely a palette you would probably excuse me, you would probably use for like a smoky eye. I would definitely say this palette can be used for, with a little bit of shimmer. So it has actually the most shimmer I've seen in the other two palettes. This one has 5. So the first color is Blackout, which is just straight black. So this is your black shade right here. It's extremely pigmented. The next color is Morning After, which that one blends in a lot with my skin right now, so you can't really see that one that well. This one's called Tipsy. This is a shimmer. Ooh, I like that one. This is Strobe Light, which is also another shimmer. Okay. This one's called Hairspray, shimmer as well. So as you see those shimmers, they have a good shine to them. This one's called Trouble, which is another shimmer. This is gold, kind of like the 24 karat one from the other palette. This has more of a bronzier look than the others. And this one's called Open Tab, which is also another shimmer. So you see all your shimmers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here we're down to our browns. This is Musk. And this one is Invite Only. So those are your shades for the After Party palette, which is this right here. Which you could see it kind of stuck to the tone of the actual cover itself. So we're going to wipe this down now, and we're down to our last one. I saved this one for last because this one I know is extremely colorful. I think it's awesome. I'm not one to work with a lot of colors, but I'm completely open to working more with colors and being more like fantasy kind of, you know, creative, artsy looks. So I'm definitely prepared to open this one, which is the Aftershock. So this is the Aftershock palette. And this is the last palette of the bundle. So each palette has 9 shades. So here's your Aftershock. We're gonna open this up and you're gonna see why. Do you see these colors? Look how gorgeous these colors look. You could see my brushes in the mirror, sorry. My fancy beauty. So these colors are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I'm not a bright colored person, but when I see them, I'm like, ooh, I wanna play. I wanna play with all the colors, the pretty colors. So I'm gonna go down the line with these. So I'm just trying out my arm here. All right, so the first color is Sensation, which this is Sensation right now. Look at the brightness on these colors. This one's called BPM. Okay. This one's called Light Show. So these two are shimmers. Okay, this one's called Chaser. Ooh, my stomach, I am hungry. And the crazy thing is I shouldn't be, but I am. This one's called Electronica, which is the yellow shade. This one's called Drop. Now Drop is like a teal shimmer. Ooh. Oh, look at that. This one's called Plur, which is teal but like darker. It's kind of like a darker version, matte version of this. It's like a couple of shades darker than that. This one's called Tingle. Okay, and this one's called Surge. So those are the color swatches of that palette. I mean, I love the drop color. I'm loving like the sensation and the BPM. So these have really good pigmentation, like extremely good pigmentation. They were, you know, a little buttery. They're not as buttery as I would hope them to be, but I have to understand that I only paid $30 for 4 palettes. So you have to keep that in mind when you're buying things, dupes. And you know what? Let me just say, just because you're high end, just because you're $70 does not mean that your product is better than something that's $10. That's first off the bat. But I do not discredit the company or the person who created something and marketed it for that price. I do not discredit them. If that's their product, if that's something they poured their heart into and they created that, then good for you. It is your product and no one can take that from you. If someone's duping it, it's because it's so good that someone else needs to remake it because they know that they can't get any better. So think of it as a compliment. Now, if they're stealing it down to the T exactly, then yeah, you know, you can fight and sue and do all that stuff. But in my opinion, when it comes to people like me who can't afford makeup but want to start building their makeup palettes and like their makeup kits, these are a great way to start. You know, you start using these to practice on your clients, practice on yourself, practice on your friends, your family. These kinds of palettes are a great way to start that. So you just practice, 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 and when you feel confident, get the real product so you're not wasting it, and use the better product, whichever in your opinion is better. If you still feel like the $10 palette that you bought is better than the $50 palette that you bought, then stick with the $10 one. But if you feel that, you know, this was only used for practicing, you feel like there's still too much fallout, you feel that the dupe is just not exactly where you want it to be, but you've practiced enough where you know where to place the colors, you know how to work with different skin tones, then go ahead and buy the higher end product so that way you can actually get your money's worth. All right, so what I do have to say is the after hours and after dark are so for me as far as the creamy butteriness. I would say the after party and the aftershock have the most, like, they feel more buttery and more creamy and easier to work with. But nonetheless, each of these are going to have fallout. Maybe not as much as the others, but they are going to have fallout. So tap that brush when you apply them. That's all I have for you today, guys. I just really wanted to show you these palettes because I wanted to work with them so bad. I was super excited to get these through my Hush app. So download Hush app. Also download Nordstrom Rack. Now, Nordstrom Rack is actually high-end brand products for usually 50 to 60% off. So if you still want that Urban Decay, you still want the MAC and, you know, all those great products, those high-end brands, then go ahead and grab them. But definitely look for where you can get them cheap. So Nordstrom Rack is basically an outlet, and whatever doesn't, they kind of use whatever is finished selling out from the stores and they bring it to Nordstrom Rack and then they discount them. So you could go on their website and purchase online if you don't have a Nordstrom Rack near you. Ulta also always has sales. Sephora has some sales every now and then. So just keep an eye on those things. Nordstrom Rack, you can use online. They always have a sale. So they still have a lot of Urban Decay and MAC products I see right now for half off. So like an Urban Decay palette may be $40, like $60 online, but on theirs it's only $33. So you're saving a lot. So keep that in mind. As well, if you have a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx near you, check those places too. It might be a lot harder to find them because those places look like complete chaos when you walk in there. but it'll be worth it if you could find great product for the price that you're getting it for. They do have really great sales when the products are there. So definitely check those out. But other than that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. This way you have, you know, an easier way to see my new videos. You'll get exactly when I get my new videos out. You'll see that right away. And you know, my news is always going to be either my swatch review palettes. You're going to see tutorials, and you're going to see, you know, my beauty news, what is new in the beauty industry and things like that. So definitely keep a lookout. Subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram so you can see what photo I use with one of these palettes. I'm only choosing one. So one of these palettes I'm going to do a look for. And then that way, you know, you'll see what I came up with. And if you like it enough, I'll post a tutorial right here for you guys to enjoy. I hope everyone has a great week and enjoy your weekend. Bye.